I come here with happiness, enjoyment.
Shouldn't be happy about anything, Hamada.
I'm happy that we have concluded the 2025 MFL season. Just want to send my thanks out to the committee, the commish, all the teams, all the captains. The barbecue was amazing. The captains were amazing. Had some mishaps early on, but alhamdulillah, good season. Tokes, you got anything to say?
Yeah, I mean, it was a great season, and we're looking forward to next season and make everything bigger and better. But it was a successful season. So just really what you got to say is what I have to say.
All right. Wasting no time. I want to jump right in. We're not no BS. Just straight your thoughts on the chip. That was the most recent game. Just what are you thinking? What's going through your head? What is your analysis?
Look, like I said before the season, Sudani was gonna be the most dangerous playoff performer, and I turned out to be right. But Dumi's team had momentum going into the second game. Dumi won his first playoff game, so they jumped out to a quick 12-0 lead. I mean, I thought for a second, Dumi's about to pull it off. But in typical Doomy fashion, they allowed 40 unanswered points and didn't score the last 33 minutes of that entire game. I think Ali just carried that team. But I look, when you're the team that has to play back to back, you're gonna start off faster, but you're gonna tire out quicker. And the team that gets the rest starts off a little rusty, but they pick it up towards the second half, and that's exactly what happened. And I mean, Sudani wins another ring. I mean, blowout fashion. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Dumi got a playoff, his first career playoff win, so I think that kind of hides the fact that he got blown out in a chip. But if Dumi already had a playoff win before, then I mean, I think everyone would be talking about Dumi getting blown out in the chip more so than Sudani winning it. But they just didn't have the firepower in the end of the day. And Mu'mineen, when they had their full roster, like I said, when they would have their full roster, any
Mhm.
player can go back to play their original defensive position. And they just dominated Hamada. I mean, what can I say? Mu'mineen just they were the best team all year, really.
Tokes. Now, there's a lot of angles I can approach what I saw in the chip. A lot of angles. And I don't want to be the mayor affair or the unk that is always negative, comes in with bad news. So I want to kick it off by giving credit where credit is due to Ahmad 428 Sudani and his team. It's his second chip. One of the best quarterbacks in MFL history. The player showed up, rookie of the year Musa. Alan making clutch plays, that touchdown that's almost broke the game wide open. And after that, it was an avalanche. Yanad making plays when needed. The rush with Awad and Saradih, going into that game, I don't know how compromised the rush would be because last game we saw it was Huzaifa and Taysir with Awad coming in at times. But with the full roster, Saradih coming off a healthy hamstring, they're able to rush Awad and Saradih. So the rush was good. The secondary was good. So that's about all the credit I'm going to give on this show today. Because the other angles I can take, one being we saw, like you addressed this earlier, Domi coming off a back to back with the amount of gas they had left. They broke the game wide open in the first couple minutes. 12-0. Looked like it was about to be a blowout. Ali's going crazy. Yassid is going crazy. Ubi's going crazy. Monty's going crazy. And that team just ran out of gas. I mean, in the game prior, Yassid, mossed Fadi, one of the corners you were hyping up. Mossed him, straight mossed him. Came down on his ankle, rolled it. Ubi got hospitalized. MRI came back today. Man had two torn hamstrings. One, they said the hamstring was hanging on by a thread.
I don't know who
Monty,
told you that.
Monty coming off a hamstring injury. Ali,
Monty literally played
no,
good.
no. You want me to? We could show you the picture still, because I have physical evidence of Monty getting a diagnosis of a
Look, does
hamstring
Doomy have
on the
like some
edge,
blackmail on
tearing
you?
off. Ali Benny, you said it. He had gas the first game, but we could tell that not playing MFL for almost a year took its toll on him in the second game. Sammy, whatever impact he had was not felt at all. And then Isa was just he couldn't hold up at corner. He tried his hardest, but he couldn't hold up. So the team ran out of gas. I don't know
Is that
how.
an excuse?
Listen, I
All I'm
want to
hearing is
say that.
excuses. All I'm hearing is excuses.
Listen, and then the third angle I want to take is about my team. Now, Tokes, if I told you before the game that Egypt missing the MVP of the league, and
I
that
don't want to hear
score,
it.
that score would be 0-0 through the first 39 minutes of the game, you would tell me, dang, Egypt played good without the MVP. How'd they do that? And then you'd also tell me that, dang, if they had that MVP, they might have blown them out. And you would be right there.
I don't do if, ands, or buts, Hamada.
I'm
Let me tell you
sorry.
something.
I don't want to take away a chip because it's much deserved. It comes down to who's the healthiest in the end, who plays the best in the end. But I know it, you know it, and everyone at home knows it. Even though they might not want to say it, they don't want to hear it, but they need to hear it. If we had Ben, this would have been a foregone conclusion. I would be having this ring right now. You know it, I know it, my quarterback knows it, everyone else knows it. But that's all I got to say about that. What do you want?
Listen, when the moment was the brightest, like I said always, if the game's tied and you need a game-winning drive, Sudani will always get the game-winning drive for you. I can't say the same about Egypt, but I will give Egypt this credit. His receivers and his teammates let him down. And I'm talking about you dropping two game-winning touchdowns. Oh,
Yeah.
you had a chance, Hamada, to immortalize yourself. And the one that you dropped in the back of the end zone, when Egypt was rolling right and you're coming across the field, that's a typical Ben catch. That's a catch Ben makes in his sleep, and it went through your hands. Now there was times where Egypt would just elude the pocket, make a pass, and his receivers would just drop passes. Look, I don't think Egypt got enough help in this game. The defense, we already knew. I said this going into the last nightcap that Sprite had the best remaining defense in the league. I already said that. So I expected it to be a low scoring, close game, anyways. And I told you already, in a close game, Sudani's gonna go down and win the game for you every single time. And he did that with 1 minute. I think it was like 38 seconds left actually when he got the game-winning touchdown pass. I mean, at that point I already knew it was over. And then he just went on. They weathered the storm early, and then just blew out Doomy in the chip. I mean, it was just complete. They know how to win in multiple ways. And true championship teams, they can beat you in a variety of ways, and that's exactly what Mu'minin did.
Listen. I just want to give credit. I want to give credit to Egypt right now because he drafted an almost perfect team. I think. When you set up the name values on each team, you know, you think of Alan and Awad and Danish and Saradih and Sudani and Musa and Yanal, all these names, and you compare it to ours. But behind me and Ben, you got an Izakov who came up on this league, had a comeback season, but not a big name value like the ones I mentioned, or like a Dawood, or like a Mustafa Dalak, or like a Yazan, like all these players, like not a lot of name value, but the team played perfectly together. They fit, and when you have a team that's that like I guess fits that well, losing a key piece can affect the whole offense. We saw that the team was drafted so perfectly that it didn't affect the defense at all. So I want to give credit to our defense. They held in even without without the MVP and Ben. But you could saw that without the first round pick and Ben, the offense kind of it didn't hold up. It couldn't convert. We were able to move the ball like at will. We'd constantly get first downs, but then we'd be pushed back. We'd push ourselves back in the red zone. Like that would break an open a bomb by Egypt, and then getting tackled by Musa, and then that would with a boneheaded play throwing the ball at him. 15-yard penalty. Now we're fighting, to gain 20 yards to get an end zone. Me dropping that ball going through my hands was a critical drop. And then, other times where Dawood, he caught another bomb. Prime Dawood would have taken to the house, but in this day and age, then he chased him down, pulled the flag. So there was opportunities, there was chances, but with that Ben, we couldn't convert, we couldn't cash him in. So I do want to give credit to Sedani there, but I mean, Tokes, you know the song, man. Come inside, it's fun inside. It's a Mickey
I don't.
Mouse clubhouse.
I don't want to hear that.
I'm
I don't
sorry.
want to hear
I'm sorry.
that.
This man across from me, even with you, when so then he had AJ and Sohaib and Amir and Donish and me. He didn't even want to give us credit there because Doomy was gone. So now when we lose the MVP, you want to give credit to Sudani now. See, I'm seeing a lot of flip-flopping from the man across from me, but he won't mention
How about
it.
that?
I also want to bring this point up. Just last season, we saw Sudani lose to Ad Stonehands Abu Hamda in the playoffs. The playoff performer you proclaim as the greatest quarterback in MFL history. He lost in the first round of the playoffs because he was missing. I just had an epiphany. He was missing Ben. Just like Egypt missed Ben, but
That
we're
was a
not making
different team.
excuses. We're not
Those are
making
two
excuses
different
for
teams.
Ahmad Ahmed last season, but now we're not making excuses for Egypt this season. It's just
Exactly.
that pops up.
Exactly.
I just
I
took
didn't
give up.
exactly.
I
I didn't
just
make
took
an
through the
excuse.
chat knows it. I
Yeah,
know it. You
exactly.
know it.
I didn't make an excuse for Omar last year, and I'm not gonna make an excuse for you guys this year. So I would be flip flopping if I made an excuse for Omar last year and I didn't make one for you this year. So I don't know what you're saying, first of all, and second of all, you guys had plenty of chances to win this game without Ben. Okay, now per my
I just listed
sources,
those chances. I told you the times we couldn't convert.
per my sources, Ben could have played if he wanted, but from what I'm hearing, he knew you guys weren't gonna win
Oh
anyways.
yeah, when it was
So
zero
he
zero
didn't
with
suit
1 minute
up.
left, you don't think he would have played? Are you kidding me right
So
now?
so so he didn't suit up, which I wouldn't have suited up either if I knew how I was playing for that team.
Oh
This
yeah.
Mickey Mouse, and I think it all came to fruition. The Mickey Mouse team who got Mickey Mouse wins all year
And
ended
then
up
the team that
losing.
beat him is a Mickey Mouse. Yeah, yeah. See how what goes around,
Ended up
comes around, Tokes. What goes around comes around.
a team that beat every other team without the other team having key players finally lost when they didn't have a key player. So it all just came down to fruition, Hamada. And we all knew Halal Sprite weren't going to do anything anyways if they made it
Listen,
to the
listen,
chip. I
listen, listen.
think Dumi would have blown them out, first of all. Dumi was on fire. Ali Benny was looking like the next coming of Calvin Johnson. But anyways,
Hmm.
all I have to say is that's a well-deserved ring by Mu'mineen. I think they might go back to back next year if Omar can build another solid squad, which he always does. And I want him to draft me. Draft me, Omar.
Listen. Before we move on to the next segment, one thing I will actually give credit for. This was a high veteran move by Sudani. That trade he pulled off before the season, getting Donish
Oh,
out for Ubi.
fleeced Doomy just to beat
That
Doomy in the
turned
chip.
out, I think it benefited both sides, but we clearly saw that the depth it gave Sudani instead of Dumi, because we saw after Monty and Ubi, the depth was low. Obviously got Ali Benny in the end, but the depth was low, and we saw how it benefited Sudani in the end. So that is a high IQ captain veteran move by Sudani. I
Yeah.
will give him credit for that because it did help him in the end, but it wouldn't have mattered if Ben was there. But we'll move on.
Yeah, good one.
Bigger story. Habibi Elite collapse or Dumi getting his first playoff win. Wow. Where do I even begin? I mean, this man across from me sat up here, literally across from me in the in real life nightcap, sat there and called Ali Benny the epitome of a Pillsbury doughboy.
I motivated him.
Called him
He was on the
the
Bud list,
second
Hamada.
coming of the
I
Michelin
motivated
man.
him.
Called him a plumber, a janitor, someone that gets their cardio through serving tables at etc. Someone that would be giving Doomy high fives, telling him what flavor of Gatorades he wants, telling Ubi to tie his shoes. That man stepped on the field and looked better than this man, the self-proclaimed second-round pick. All his talking did him some good for once, but in the
Look
end,
at the
it hit him
stats.
in the ass by
Look at the
making
stats.
an undeserved draft pick, which
Look at the
would have
stats.
Amar Alan. Because let's just say, what hurt Amar Alan in the end was not him. It was
Just look
his
at the
defense.
stats.
It was his defense that gave up 26 points. Instead of Tokes, he had an opportunity to draft, the best linebacker, one of the best linebackers in MFL history. So, I mean, that could have helped him. But, Tokes had to manipulate the newcomer, got in
Hmm.
his head
Hmm.
so he can make an ill advised draft pick. But I'm not going to let that be taken over by the fact that Ali Deion Sanders Benny clamped Tokes, Tokes
Ha.
dropping almost 10
Look,
passes.
I messed up my
Folks getting
finger.
belt to ass by
Broke my
Ali
finger.
Benny. Ali
Broke my
Benny
finger.
running
Broke my
circles around
finger.
Tokes.
Broke my finger.
So I expected Doomy to win this game. So I don't think that's a big story. I mean, if you saw me at nightcap, I told you that you're gonna go as far as your quarterback goes, and I told him Doomy would take him far. Ali Benny, I was the one hyping up Ali Deion Sanders Benny, and that came to fruition. So I think I'm undefeated on nightcap and analysis so far. Because
Look,
in the end, I won and you didn't with your takes. And
I won with my take. The team I picked won the ring.
that you didn't pick Sudani. You never
I
made a straightforward
I knew
pick. So I don't know
Sudan.
why you're
Listen,
lying, but
I think we all know the bigger story is Doomy winning his first ever playoff game. Okay, listen. Yes, I was proven wrong because our defense it didn't really show up to what I thought it would. Doomy just carved us up.
mm,
Um, there was a point in time where it looked like we were gonna come back, but there was a third. We got a touchdown. We got a stop, but
mm,
we couldn't get the third down conversion that would have got us a touchdown to cut it to a single possession game, and then Doomy put it away with that final touchdown. Look,
mm,
I mean they played really good. Adi dominated that game. Monty
mm,
dominated.
mm-hmm,
Ubi made plays when needed. Yasser made big. I think every player on that team
mm-hmm,
made big plays, and we couldn't. I had a few drops. I messed up my finger on the second drive of the game. I'm not making
mm,
that. I'm not gonna make an excuse,
mm.
but I did mess up my finger on the second drive of the game, and I had to have it wrapped, and it's very painful. But I think it was a good season. Omar Alan's first season, he played really well. I think we could have did more for him down the stretch. I feel like I could have did more towards the end. We didn't have our full roster at any single point in time this entire year. So I think next year Omar Alan's gonna draft a team that will show up. I think he knows who to draft. Um,
Guys, he was missing his
look,
sixth round pick. That's who he was missing.
he was
Whoa.
missing his fourth. He
You
was
just
missing his
named
fourth and
the
sixth
top not having
rounder.
a full roster. He
Fourth
missed
and
the
sixth
sixth
rounder.
round pick while I was missing
Important
the
guys.
MVP of the league. Guys, let that sink in. Let that sink in.
Anyways, look, Doomy getting his first playoff win. I think we can put the rumors to bed now. But I think going into next season, people are gonna be reminded that Doomy got blown out in the final. Blown out
Um,
by. This was like Brady. That game reminded me of Brady versus Mahomes, Tampa Bay Chiefs. I mean, Doomy can never say he's the GOAT if he got blown out in a chip to the actual GOAT. So I think that's a narrative that's gonna come down and come back into play later on in Doomy's career, where we stack up who's the GOAT. But
no, it's
I mean,
not.
Omar Sudani capped off Offensive Player of the Year with a ring and a Finals MVP. I mean, it was a perfect season for him. I mean,
No, 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 Tokes. I'm not gonna let you get away with this. Guys, Tokes, I don't ever want to see you drafted in the second round in my life ever again. Guys.
I don't want to see you
This
drafted
man was
anywhere in the
down
first
by
couple rounds.
this man was down by 20 points and was still running. Oh my god, he was still running swing routes.
I couldn't go deep. My finger was messed up.
Guys,
I
if
tried to run a deep route, but
Stokes
my finger was messed up.
wasn't his receiver, I'm at Atlanta. I mean, he's getting pressured by three man. He's down by 20. So like the best thing you could do is try to make some plays on, try to be dynamic. But you have Tokes' catch freaking in the flat merchant,
My
connected
finger
to
was
the
messed up. I
basket
couldn't
2 yards,
go deep.
getting the flat post, can't make any plays. So I don't want to blame Ahmed Atlanta on this.
My
Because you
finger
have a
was messed
receiver
up.
like
I couldn't go
Tokes
deep.
who's down by 20 and running 2 yard routes. Like this is why Tokir, when you talk about when you set ranks of receivers, he always brings up the stats. You know why? Because he catches Mickey Mouse. He's a check
Yeah,
merchant, and that's how he
yeah.
builds his stats. So I don't want this
You
man.
you dropped the game-winning touchdown.
This man, Tokes. I never claimed myself to be a first round pick now.
But
I'm,
but I never did either.
I'm, oh, what?
Exactly.
I'm sorry, you had your first round pick in Azuz, but somehow you still couldn't, with the
That
match,
doesn't matter.
you couldn't do
When,
nothing.
when, when all the chips were pushed to the table, you dropped a pass that would have sent you to the final.
First of all, that was in the first half, so we don't know what would happen after that. I know that you dropped like eight
I'm
passes.
not gonna let you dodge the fact that you, on the first drive of the game, were so nervous that Ben wasn't playing. You were so nervous, you dropped a pass on the first play of the game
The
and then
first
committed a
play of the game.
false start
The
on the
first play of the
second
game.
play of the game. Were you that nervous that you couldn't live up to the hype of being a wide receiver one?
I've proven I could be a wide receiver. I've done
No,
this with Fahad.
no,
I've done this with
not from what I
Abeda.
saw
I've done it
Sunday.
with one of my
Not,
seasons with Doomy. This happened before.
not from what I.
I'm on the back end of my career right now. I just know Tokes.
Yeah, you definitely are.
Tokes claimed he's in his prime. But looking like that, I'm sorry, I'm taking Ali Benny over you now. Going into the future, foreseeable future, I'm taking Ahmed
I hope
Ahmed. I'm
so.
taking Ali Benny. I'm taking
Well,
Zayd Belog. I'm taking Musa. I'm
look,
taking
I hope
Yasin.
my stock
I'm
drops
taking
to the point
Idris.
where Sudani takes me.
Like,
I hope my stock
golly.
drops to where the point Sudani takes me.
So
Oh,
you're gonna end up dropping after the first round, after the second round. You're gonna be drafted in the beginning of the first and the third round to another crap quarterback, and then your career is on that decline once again, as it should be, because you talked your way up into the second round when
talked my way up. I think my numbers backed my way up
no, it didn't.
into the second
Yeah,
round.
sure thing, bud. Oh, I I want to say more, but like, I mean, I'm just absolutely appalled. I'm shocked by what I witnessed from you. A team with that much talent, you, Azuz, Nadim. Yezin's telling me here, whose performance is more shocking, Tokir's or Nadim's? Nadim doesn't do a lot of talking. Nadim got drafted in the third round, even though I feel like he's made more of a difference than Tokir in his whole career.
Yeah.
I've seen the clips, I've seen the highlights. Nadim is constantly butt naked over the top, in the back, going deep while Tokir's running 2 yard routes. If Big O didn't have a guy like Tokes to freaking get pressured to passing to, he would actually finally find Nadim back then in the end zone, and they would able to get touchdowns. But he's pressured to throw it to Tokes because he can't run a real route to save his life. Now, so
Nice story.
performance is clearly more shocking, more appalling, and I'm just disappointed in you, Tokes. I thought you were better, but
I thought you were, but I thought I don't know why
look, look.
I don't know why going into your game I thought you could actually be a wide receiver one
You didn't.
and do something.
You didn't.
But
So why you acting
after
like you did?
but I saw enough after the first play of the game. I knew Egypt was in for a long day.
Listen. My
This was the
you
first
claim
time.
offense is your side of the ball. I claim defense is my side of the ball. I held up my end of the bargain. Now you didn't help. You didn't hold up on defense. You didn't hold up on the offense. You didn't give your team
Listen,
anything. So I don't want to hear it from you.
listen. I
I
had an excuse. I got injured.
haven't.
Okay,
You
I
hear
actually
this?
got injured. You were
Do you
completely
hear this right
healthy.
now?
You were completely healthy in that game.
Oh,
Completely healthy.
it's
We all know when I was completely healthy this season, how much of a difference I
yeah,
made.
right. I'm starting to think you're the next Doomy. You know, you Doomy broke the curse on you. I think he passed the curse on to you, and now you're the guy that's not the playoff performer that I'm used to seeing with EB.
I have a
It
ring.
looks like it
You
seems like
see
you're
that
the
back
product
there?
of
I have
well,
a ring.
you're a product of EB. Well, I've shown I can succeed with any quarterback. I took Egypt on a 5-0 record. No one's ever done that in the history of the MFL. Me and Ben did that. So I mean, but look at this, guys. I just want to sit here and watch this for a second. I just want to watch.
Yeah, good one.
I just want to watch
Listen,
it. Next
at
play.
this point, I had already broken my finger, but I said I
I
was
don't want
gonna
to hear
finish
it.
the game.
I don't want to hear it. Look, Tokes. Look, he has a ski mask on. Maybe you should take the ski mask off. Maybe it was the reason you were dropping those passes too. But that may just be me. Interesting.
Look,
Interesting.
the play where I broke my hand, Monty caught like a 2 yard slant, and my finger just got caught in his belt and it twisted.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys see, my
Tokes,
finger's purple right
we're
now.
8 weeks into the MFL season. No one is healthy, Tokes. So I don't want to
This
hear that.
play right here. This is the play I broke it.
Oh
Right
no.
there. My hand got caught up. Look at me after the
Look,
play.
look. He got up, started pointing for. Oh, I didn't see any. My hand. I didn't see any wincing. I saw straight complaining right
Yeah,
after. So I don't want to hear it there. Okay,
I
what
didn't.
else do we got? What else do we got? Oh,
Look, I think we've seen
you look
enough.
pretty. You look pretty healthy right there. Interesting.
Look. I'm grabbing my hand. I'm grabbing my
Interesting.
hand. I'm bending
Interesting.
over. I'm grabbing my hand and bending
Ah,
over. Exactly.
interesting. What?
Exactly.
Let's
Exactly.
see what else is here. I'm just hearing a bunch of excuses, so I'm just blocking it out. Oh, oh my god, oh
That
my
was just a
god,
great throw.
that's embarrassing, Tokes.
Look, can we get Hamada's drop? Can we please get Hamada's drop in here where he dropped the
Wait,
game
so
winner?
I dropped one pass,
Please,
you dropped 10,
please,
you dropped
please.
10, so I don't want
Significance
to
of
hear
your
it.
pass, Hamada, the significance of your drop
My pass
was
came
more than mine.
in the first 3 drives of the game.
It was a
You know,
touchdown.
I'm
If
sorry,
you
I'm sorry. The score was still 0-0 with a minute left in the game, so I
you
don't want to
dropped the
hear it.
touchdown.
Oh, okay,
You
are we
dropped
gonna
the touchdown, Hamada.
okay, let's see this. Oh wait, is your finger broken right there? Or did you actually catch it?
It was
Oh,
broken.
it was broken
I
right there.
I
So how can you explain this drop right here? It's interesting. Let's see this. Are you gonna drop? Oh no no no. Oh, here's Big O getting. He's about to get sacked. What is he doing? Oh no, Fed. Oh no. See,
Nadim was
Big O
open
just
for a
need to help
touchdown.
him
Nadim
receive.
was open for a touchdown on that.
Exactly, but if if you're not running 2 yard routes, he might be able actually to find
I
the
actually
in the
ran a
end zone.
post route right there, but anyways,
Run
I
for a
think we've
little.
said what we needed to say, Hamada.
I just want to hear. I want to hear what the chat got to say. I want to hear what the chat got to say, guys. Please drop some objectivity in this chat, please. Tokes. On a real note, as just a curiosity, what do you think the first round looks like next year?
Well, I think AJ is gonna go one. Ben's gonna go two. Either Musa or Aziz three, or and four. Aziz and Musa three and four. It's gonna flip flop whoever. Um, Amin, if Amin decides to play another season, I think Amin will be in the back end of that, and then probably Monty again as to round it out.
I actually like that analysis, Tokes. I do like that analysis. Mock draft for next year, first two
Well,
rounds.
per my sources, I can't do a mock draft because we don't know who the captains are going to be. And per my sources, some of the older guys might be returning, and a lot of the older guys they don't really care about the talent. They'd rather draft the guy that they want to play with more than the actual talent that's up there.
Hmm.
So sometimes a second round talent might get drafted earlier, or a third round talent might get drafted early just because the older guys have chemistry with that player. So it really depends.
And Len says with Tokir not playing, I've helped Amr Alan. On a better note, I think Amr Alan drafting a better second round pick would have helped him there.
Look, if I didn't get injured, we would have won the whole thing
You
in
would have
another world, in another life.
done nothing. Impact something. I mean, no impact on the offensive side. No impact on the
Well,
defense.
well, I think my hand is an important part of the
Golly, dude.
football. My hand's an important part of football, and if I'm out there with one hand, it's gonna make my life difficult.
I thought you were a body catcher, Tokes.
That has nothing to do with it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
I,
Doomy
I
says
make a
next
lot of
one.
catches with my hands too, by the way.
Interesting. Interesting. Guys, come on. This is the last nightcap of the year. You guys got some serious questions, or you want me and Tokes to head out? Whose drafts are boosted this year the most? Yesid. Yesid? Well, technically, I
Well,
would say Musa.
yeah,
It's
Musa's going in the first round now.
like an eighth round pick, and now he's like a first round pick. I mean, yeah.
Look, I
Uh,
think one underrated player is gonna be Zayd Dullah, because Zayd is gonna be slimmed down in the spring. Last spring, Zay dominated. Obviously, he had to get his weight back up for football, but he's gonna get back down to what he was last spring, this spring. So I think Zayd's stock is gonna drop, but whoever takes Zayd
I
is
agree.
gonna be
I agree.
it's gonna be a
Is
sleeper, underrated pick.
Sammy asks, is Yasser a better version of Tokes? Yes. Next question. Josefa says, does this ring put Sudani in all-time great conversations?
It
No
already did. It
questions.
already did.
I'm sorry. I mean,
He's number one all time. He's number one all
there's a
time.
lot of holes in your argument, considering that
He's number one.
he played in a chip without Doomy. He played
He's
in the
number
playoffs.
one.
I'm getting a lot of flashbacks of Peyton Manning winning a Super Bowl, getting carried by his defense with the Broncos when he got benched that same year.
All I know is Omar was throwing a lot of touchdowns and he was running for a lot of touchdowns.
Shut up,
That doesn't seem
Sudani.
like he got carried.
The all-time greats as in Hazem and Abada and Fahad. I mean, he doesn't step up to that plate at all. I mean, he's a good quarterback. Dominates. People like Aid and Big O and Egypt and Doomy. But I mean, like if we're talking about the all-time pantheons of this league, it's an easy no. If he won this chip,
Look,
versing
he's
healthy,
number one.
right?
We don't need to talk about this. He's number one.
A healthy FC Palestino, I would give him all the credit in the world. But I mean, this is just it's not no fault of his. I mean, but sometimes it's the way the cards play out.
Look,
But I
he
mean,
beat you. You said you were the Sudani stopper. He beat you, and then he
I
went and
mean,
blew
he
out.
scored 0 points with 39 with 1 minute
It
left
looks
in the
like
game.
it
I
looks
think I
like
did my job,
Sudani.
folks. I think I did my job.
Look, it looks like Sudani owns the Saluses. After beating one brother, he went and put belt to ass on the other brother.
I'm sorry if you got Musa and Yanel and Danish and Awed and Sadadeh and freaking
That's what you
Musa
weren't saying
Adnan.
before.
I think you
That's what you
scored more
weren't
than
saying last
0
week.
points with a Benless team. I'm sorry. I think you scored more than 0 points for 39 minutes of the
The
game.
final score of
You
that
couldn't
game
even
was
do that.
20. The final score of that game was, I think, 14-0.
Even Stokes, we know it came down to the last minute, and then he couldn't do nothing with all those players at receiver. Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. You gotta show me something. You gotta be somewhat impressive. Golly. Does Tokir frame his jerseys? Yusuf asked that. Yeah, he frames his jerseys showing all the L's he's cut in the day. I mean, look that Tokes Oklahoma City jersey bounced in the first round. Tokes Intifada jersey bounced in the first round. I'm seeing a lot of bounce in the first rounds with Tokes' jerseys, but
I broke my finger on that play right there, by the way, guys.
one leg Ubi or two leg Tokes, one leg Ubi. Next question. Uh,
Are you gonna be objective at all, or should we just hop off the nightcap?
am I not being objective? Tokes, when is the last time you've had an impact in a game other than being with EB? Never. It's never happened.
last week, last week
Like
when
Tokes,
we
I,
had.
I want to lay the history of Tokir out for you.
What about
He
our playoff
he
win?
started as a fifth, fourth round pick for years and years. Played with EB, got up to a third round pick, and then played with Doomy on a down year, and then somehow talked himself into a second round pick. And now he's back down to the third, like we've all noticed, like it's gonna be. So
Every year, Hamada, every year I've played, I've been at minimum top 5 in touchdowns every single
I
year.
think I already laid out my argument for that. Freaking check down merchant. We know. Next
Check down
question.
Merchant. I think if you go back and look at my touchdowns with EB, all you're gonna see is deep routes
What did I just
and
say?
corner
What did I
routes
just say?
and
Unless
post
it's with
routes.
EB. Sorry. And when I was at the bad, I looked like one of the best freaking. I looked like Jerry Rice. When I was with Fahad, I looked like Randy Moss. What the
All
hell?
I know is EB's coming back next year.
Oh, you might be able to have another good season then.
Just
Who is
know.
Amr Alan's bigger downfall, Nadim or Tokir? Are you serious right now? Are you seriously asking me that right now? Are you
Look,
seriously
I'll take
asking me
all the
that right
blame. I'll take all the blame.
now? Was
A
Tok's
player
performance
like
the
me,
worst performance
I'm a
for a second
selfless
round
player,
pick?
Hamada. I'm a selfless player. I'll take
Okay,
all the blame.
selfish. Was Tokes' performance the worst performance for a second rounder of all time? Yes,
What
easily.
are these
without a
questions?
doubt.
These questions are just pure rage
Ubi
bait.
goes. Three of his TDs are from Azuz laterals. There you go again. I'm lateral and check down merchant.
So
I
are we
can't
just
take it
coming
away
on
from it.
here? Are we just coming on here to bash me?
I mean, just like you went on
Look,
nightcap last week and bashed Ali Ben, who gave you belt to ass. Are we at that same?
look,
Yeah, exactly.
look. I'll be a good sport about it, Hamada. You can say whatever you want, but at the end of the day, we all know the truth.
Is it time? It's Muhammad goes. Is it time for Kira to retire? No, I don't want to be. I don't want to say that. I mean, technically, coming from his words, not mine. He's still in his prime, so maybe he has another good season left in him. Will Tokir ever win a chip? Egypt ask.
I
Unless
have it. I
unless,
have a chip.
unless it's with EB, it's not happening.
I have a chip.
He hasn't asked.
I won one of the most toughest chips in MFL history, by the way, trailing by 3 touchdowns against Fahad with a roster with no subs. We came back and won
That
on the
roster,
last
that
drive of the
roster,
game.
that roster had Sudani at receiver, Osama at receiver, Shaq at receiver, and we lost. Oh wait, we lost Ben in that chip again too. I mean,
Wait,
we keep losing
the
Ben.
common theme.
I'm starting to
So
see a
the
common
common
trend.
theme
Ben
I'm
is not
hearing.
playing in these playoffs. So guys, if you
Yeah.
draft him in the
So
top 3 pick, with all due respect, he's an amazing player. But I mean, he might
Ben
not.
will never play in a playoff game.
I don't think Ben's ever played in a playoff game. That might be true. Check the stats. Yezen goes, is Tokyo ever going in the second round again? Unless it's to
Why is there all questions about me? Am I the only player in the league?
what gloves was Tokyo wearing? So I make sure not to buy them. Alen says that. He doesn't wear gloves, apparently, but he uses his body. But apparently his finger, who's connected to his chest, is the reason he's dropped all those passes. But okay. Um, what else? Would Halal Sprite take it all if they redrafted the same team? Yes, easily,
No,
without a doubt. I mean, guys,
no, they
guys,
wouldn't.
you saw us hold a Sudani full stacked roster to
Mickey Mouse squad.
0.39
Mickey
minutes
Mouse. You guys were
without
Mickey all
Ben.
year.
I mean, you had Malik,
You guys
who's
were
gonna
Mickey
he's
all
gonna be a
year.
fourth, fifth rounder now. I mean, he on offense, he's kind of like Tokes. I mean, his hands are not the best, but he's a dynamic playmaker. He's like a Xavier Worthy. He gets the ball in his hands, he can take it to the crib. As a rusher, he's amazing. So he's looking like to be a fourth, fifth round pick. But with Musa, me, Izikov, Egypt, Dawood, and Amar Al Ahmed, we held the Sudani full stack roster to 0 points for 39 minutes. So I mean, if you drafted that same team, you get Ben or AJ or Musa. That team is going all the way without a doubt. I mean, Egypt went 5-0, guys. 5-0. When have you ever seen that? Will Hamada ever stop
Fu-
making excuses? Will you win a legitimate chip for the one for once in your life? I mean, guys,
Hamada, you're
yeah,
just
see
coping
me,
right now.
facts over feelings.
You're
I'm
just
not gonna
coping
spit
right
facts,
now.
no feelings. I
You're
won
just
a chip with
coping.
Sudani, and I loved it. I had AJ, I had Danish, Amir, Sohaib, but we played a washed up Abada in the chip instead of
You're
Doom.
just coping right
I don't
now.
I don't know how much credit I can take for that chip, to be honest. Now that looking back
I
at it,
think I think all the fans can see right now that you're just coping and I'm giving facts. The man who claims to give facts is just coping and going off feelings over facts right now. It's very sad to see your downfall, Hamada. Did Sudani beat you that bad that you've changed your entire persona? Did
hmm.
Sudani really beat you that bad? You just had to come on here and just start spewing random BS, not being
Not
objective at
random, it's
all.
straight facts. Danny said it himself. I lost Ben last year, but did you see me complaining? You lost Ben last year when you were first round exit. So you know how it feels now. If you had Ben, you might
But
have
he
won.
wasn't complaining. He didn't cry and say, if I had Ben, he just took his L on the chin while
Ah.
you guys, after the game, before the game, you guys were begging for a player, is what I'm hearing, per my
You know who I was
sources.
begging for, actually? I want to let these people know. I'm not the type of guy to lose a first
You
round.
guys were begging for a
I was
player.
begging for Yezen Al Bedawi. And they wouldn't even give me that. They're that scared of Nugget that they wouldn't let us get Yezen Al Bedawi. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. That team with Musa, Yinal,
Yeah, you play with who you got.
all of them didn't let us get Yezen.
Suderi didn't beg for a player last playoffs. He just took his L. You guys are just a Mickey team trying to find Mickey ways to win. And guess what? When the moment was brightest,
All right,
the
we're getting
Mickey
some
Mouse
legitimate
clubhouse
questions
couldn't
here. Hold
save
up,
you.
hold up. Muhammad asked, Alan asked, who went up and who went down between Hamada and Tokir? I think I don't think I moved at all. Like I still think
You went down.
I went
All
down.
your drops, all your
Egypt team
drops,
went 5-0, and I'm leading. Every
five
team I'm
and
on
five
has the
and
best defense
one,
in the league.
five and
I think
one, and then you lost your last two games that you played. Like I said, you're only good as your last game. You guys lost your last regular season game and proceeded to lose
You
your
showed
first.
zero impact on the game. At least I shut down a
I
whole
broke
side of
my
the
finger.
ball. I'm
I broke
drafting
my
for
finger.
defense, and if I have a first rounder like AJ or Ben, or like a real first round pick to take some pressure off, I can some days
I
I can
broke
look
my
like a first
finger.
rounder on offense.
I had an
There's no
excuse.
days you can look like a second rounder on either side of the ball. So I don't want to hear it, bro. I don't want to hear it.
Tokes, I just want to join. No excuses for that finger. No excuses.
I said, thank you. Some
Wait,
objectivity
wait.
has arrived.
Why is
Thank you.
Hamada making excuses that he dropped the game winner?
Did I
No,
make
he didn't make excuses. He
excuse?
didn't make excuses.
I said I dropped it.
He admits it.
Your drop
Dropped it,
was
but
more crucial than
on
my
defense,
couple
you still
drops.
Tokes,
I did
you
my
were
job.
playing volleyball out there.
Look,
Looking like Angel Reese.
look.
Hey,
I,
Playing some
all I can
rebounds.
say is, what can I say? I have an excuse.
Oh my God.
I wouldn't have
You hear
dropped
this?
it if my finger
You hear
wasn't
this?
killing me.
Musa asked who has the highest football IQ in the MFL. You know what? I want to say
I say Didi.
Didi. He's up there, but I want to give it to someone
I'm gonna give it to Nadim.
like Nadim, like Ubi. I mean, Ubi literally constructed a defense I don't think I've ever seen anyone play, and it worked. Like so just to construct a defense like that, I don't know what he did, but he had a triple rush with Ali Benny spying, a single safety with Doomy. I don't know what was going on. He tried describing it to me, but it was an amazing defense. So for him to manufacture something like that was incredible. But between them, Sudani won a trade draft picks. Dumi says, yeah, Sudani keeps winning these chips, but somehow Dumi keeps drafting last. So I don't know what's going on here, but I think we need to figure something out and have Dumi go before Sudani because this isn't making any
Well, I
sense.
think almost for sure gonna go last next
Yeah,
year now.
100%, 100%.
Tokir, who would you like to go to next year?
Well, Hamada said
EB,
Hamada
or
said I'm a
bust.
product of one guy,
EB or
and
bust.
per my sources, this one guy is making his return. So if EB comes back, I think me and EB already know what's gonna happen. Every year I played with EB, we went to the chip and we won a chip. So
Oh,
With
okay.
Salam, you guys
well,
didn't get to the chip.
except Salam year, we could have EB. That EB retired that year because he tore his hamstring off the bone, so he had to medically retire for about 2 years. But I'm hearing he's healthy now.
Hold up. Hamada, but he won't answer that. Hold up. Whose drops do you think were more critical, Hamada's or Tokes?
Yeah, we know whose drop was more critical.
Considering considering how a touchdown would have
Just
won
be
our game,
objective.
it would be mine. You know, I catch that in the end zone. We're up 6-7-0, and we
Look,
hold
I
the line
had
on
three
defense.
drops that I should have caught, but my finger. Look, I don't want to make the
Three?
excuse.
You dropped 8 balls, Tokes.
Okay, I literally had three
You know,
drops.
Tokir got blown out, so his drops were meaningless. But you know, it's a really bad look for a second rounder. I dropped one pass, but it was a
You
crucial one.
dropped two passes at minimum
Okay, yeah, I dropped one in the very first drive of the game. I mean, that has no
because you
weighing
were
on it.
shook.
That has no weighing on the game. But the one I dropped
It
in the
does. You could have
definitely.
scored on that play. There, you had
We could have
green
scored on
grass
that
ahead
play.
of you.
I'm taking that 80 yards. Yeah, sure freaking thing, bro.
Tokir, do you feel like you hyped yourself up so much to get to this position?
Be objective. Be
Look, I
objective.
don't hype myself up.
Be
I just always
objective.
look. I don't hype myself up. Every time the group
Explain how
chats or
you got
anyone,
drafted before me.
any.
Explain
Can I
that, please.
talk? Can I talk? Can I talk?
Yes, go ahead.
Anytime the group chats are talking or anything like that, I'm always having to defend myself. So it may seem like I'm hyping myself up, but I'm just defending myself. So you guys can say whatever you want. All I know is next year, I already know where I'm gonna go get drafted to. If EB comes back, I already know who's drafting me. So
I have
I want
one more thing
wouldn't
before I
mind.
leave.
I wouldn't mind playing for anyone.
Do you feel like you guys will change the nightcap format? Because last week you guys were talking about like how you guys were gonna meet in the final, but you guys didn't even get to the final. Do you feel like you will expand out and talk about more teams, or just only focus on your team?
Well, I think this year there was only a handful of teams to talk about because a lot of teams on the bottom of the table weren't doing well. Like no one wants to listen to Halal Hustlers go 0-8, and no one wanted to really talk about Galleria Guardians after they went on a huge losing streak.
Woody, to answer your
Uh,
question, is First Take or Undisputed, are they talking about the Arizona Cardinals every week? I don't think so. They're talking about the Chiefs. They're talking about the Ravens. They're talking about the big headlines. We're here to create headlines and create facts. You know, we're not going to talk about the bottom feeders every week. We'll give you
I do think
spotlight.
though next year there will be more parity. I think
There
there will
will
be
be
more
more
comp
parity.
next
I'll give
year.
you that.
So we'll probably talk about more teams next year if the captains that we think are returning will return.
Abdullah, who the heck is Abdullah Alan asked? Oh, it's Alan's brother. Does Muhammad Alan's draft price go up to late first to early second?
No, okay, these guys are the Alan family is just grazing each other at this point.
All right, last thing before I leave.
Last question.
Will there
Kieran,
be
you
a
suck.
nightcap season 2?
This guy give belt to ass. Just know that. What are you saying?
That's Sudani's sons right there.
Will there be a nightcap season 2?
Yes, there will be updated Nightcap 2.0. You know, we strive to make renovations. We strive to make updates. You know, based on our feedback. We'll do anything to please the fans. I mean, I had to based off popular demand, I had to pull Tokes by his legs and drag him onto this nightcap to support the fans, to give back to the fans, and now he's here because of me. So I mean, I'm here for the fans. I don't know about Tokes. He was yawning by the time he was in here.
I'm only here for the fans.
Yeah, he was here to defend himself. And
If I wasn't here for the fans, I wouldn't be here right now.
listen. In the end of the day, we do it for the fans. We do it for you guys. It's all fun and games on Nightcap. Me and Tokes might have some heated moments here and there, but I mean, we'll do everything to make the show better. Last year was on Instagram Live. Now we've done real in life versions. We're on Riverside now, making lives, posting it so you guys can rewatch them. So we'll keep getting better. We'll keep doing updates. But yeah, Tokes, you got anything to say?
Yeah, I mean, other than that, it was a successful season of Nightcap.
What question?
And
One last thing.
I answered Ahmad Alan's question.
The most important question: who will be commissioned next year?
Two options: either we run it back with Hassan, who ran a very tight ship and it was amazing,
I think
or
we need Hassan, but Hassan said he's retiring.
if he's retiring, I mean, the next man on the block should be Ahmed Al Ahmed, in my opinion. He has experience now. He's running MSL. Bring that talent, bring his talents to South Beach, as
Look,
LeBron.
I don't think I look as much as I love Omar. I don't think uh, look. I don't think Omar is ready to be commish of MFL at this moment. I think we need to
Well,
have a
what
veteran
about
guy.
But
Ahmed?
It has to.
he deserves to be part of the committee.
He deserved to be a part of the committee, but I think the actual commish should be a veteran, someone who's ran leagues before, or someone who's been in the committee for multiple years. So I don't know. Maybe Omar Aish takes over, or
Ahmed Aish, I was gonna throw that out too.
like I don't know, but I just don't
I'm
think
feeling like the guy that has a lot of trophies behind him should lead it.
Oh,
Omar Sudani.
No,
good one.
look behind you.
Oh, look, I don't know. I don't know if I'd be a good commish.
Tokes,
So
no, stop. Don't even do it.
I don't know.
If a jump ball was thrown up between Hamed and Tokes, who's coming down with it?
We all know I'm coming down. I'm mossing his 4'3" self any day of
Listen,
the
listen.
week.
Do I look? I'm sorry. I don't know if you read my freaking scout report, but do I look like a damn jump ball guy? Is that is that what I do? Is that what I specialize in? Hell to the no.
Anyways, guys,
It doesn't either.
look, we've been
This is
rambling on
none
and
of us.
on.
No one's coming
We
down
were
with
we were only supposed to be on here for 20 minutes. It's been 50 minutes.
for the fans, Stokes. For the fans. Why you see he's
All right,
complaining already?
look,
He's
I'm out.
guys. You see his true
Successful
colors right now.
nightcap.
You see his true colors.
Great season, guys. But just know next year, whichever team I go to will
He's
win
gonna
that
hype it
ring.
up like usual, and then like this year, we saw Habibi Ali. Oh my God, first overall in the rankings preseason because of Tokes' talking. But we in the end they were first round exit. Same thing's gonna be happening next year, so we already know. Tokes isn't coming down with it though. Oh my
All
God,
right, guys.
I'm asking more
We'll
questions.
see you guys. Stay safe until next league.
I gave it,
We're
bro.
out.
I gave it. Rewatch it if you need anything. Thank you, guys. Appreciate y'all. We're out.